Hey everyone, stick with us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications when we go live, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. What's going on? How you all doing? Happy Friday. We made it through. Yo, Billy, Jeff, what's going on? Good morning. Glad to see you guys here. This is the highlight of my day. I mean, of my morning, my day, hanging out with you guys on the live stream. So when I miss it, it's not good. Kelly Keith, what's going on? Good morning, happy Friday. S&P's down, up 2. Sorry, not down, up 2. Dow's down 1. Nasdaq up 13. This is probably one of the flattest opens that we've seen in a while. You know, it's kind of interesting. We haven't really had a flat open in a while. We've either been down or we've been up. Right now it's flat. Probably gonna kill some premiums today on Friday, right? They're like, a lot of people going long, a lot of people going short because they think we're gonna sell off on Friday. Why don't we just kill premiums and just get it over with? Let's have both sides lose money today. It's gonna be great. Happy Friday. You know, in other news, it looks like the repo program is going to be good until April. So I don't know if you guys saw that. However, the New York Fed said that they're going to lower from 120 billion down to 100 billion. So there's still going to be liquidity, you know. If you're here right now, say what up. Do me the favor, hit the like button. Just getting going. And then I got some things to talk about on the stream as well. This morning, so we have NVDA and we have ROKU. NVIDIA is at 288, ROKU's at 150. The expected move on NVIDIA was 17 or 18, so it's still within the expected move in NVIDIA. But NVIDIA blew past expectations. Revenue was way up. I mean, it was crazy. Yeah, pot stocks. Because CGC reported earnings. We'll go over that in a second. I have it right here, Mason. You're jumping ahead. But NVIDIA, I mean, it's insane. Well, what's wrong with my eye? It's like red. I was up late last night working, so I didn't get much sleep. Yo, Jasmine, Ben, what's going on? But yeah, I mean, NVIDIA. The thing is with NVIDIA, when we do get some pullback, it's gonna hurt a little bit here. Sorry, I don't know. Before the live stream, I was also just wrestling with my son, so maybe. I don't know, maybe he poked me in the eye or something. I don't know. Things get crazy. If you have a son, you know all they like to do is wrestle, get real physical. Which is good. It's fun. I mean, that's what guys like to do. That's what you do with your buddies, you know? So it's nice to be able to do that with your son, you know? Hey Daniel. So earning iron condors on NVIDIA. So NVIDIA iron condor, I mean, the expected move is now 15. It was 17. It's just right outside the expected move right now, moving 18 points. So iron condor probably for the win. But right now, if you probably going to be down a little bit on an iron condor on the call side, see if you get some pullback today. You can bring that iron condor in. ROKU. Now ROKU, I've been watching. I've traded ROKU a lot, but if you guys didn't notice, I haven't traded ROKU in a few weeks, and it's mostly because we've been in this. I didn't want to go short ROKU because we've been in this channel where we've just been going down, right? But I didn't want to go short ROKU because as soon as it drops, it comes up, and kind of timing that, you know. I haven't been the best at, so I haven't been trading it. So I've just been trying to see if it was going to continue this trend or if we're going to break trend. And right now at 150, this is going to break the trend and probably move us into 170 to 180 again. So this is what I've been waiting for. And you're like, oh, you lost opportunity on playing. But for me, I know that I didn't want to go short because of something like this. And I didn't want to. I mean, sure you could day trade and stuff like that, but if I was forced to hold overnight, I didn't want to swing calls overnight with this downtrend happening. So, I know what works best for me when trading, and I know when I am what areas I'm more profitable and when I'm not, where I'm not. So that's why I haven't really been trading Roku, because I was seeing if it was going to break trend. I had a feeling earnings were going to come up. It was going to break trend, but you can never be too sure. So I didn't want to put my capital at risk, right? So it's all about trading. Trading's all about risk management. And one of the things, as a trader, I think one of the most important things as a trader is understanding which trades not to take. Like for example, I was thinking about trading a lift iron condor for earnings. I chose not to take it. I'm glad that I didn't, because it definitely would have gone against me. You have to be selective in your trades. Hopping in, hopping out is not going to be beneficial to your P&L. Other thing is you're going to rack up those commissions on Tastyworks and on like E-Trade or Thinkorswim. It costs more to hop in, hop out, and also it's not really beneficial to just keep jumping in, jumping out, unless you're scalping, SPY or Apple or something that's moving. It's really not beneficial to jump in, jump out like that. So, understanding which trades to take and which trades not to take is definitely going to help your P&L over the long term. Be selective in your trades. Still inside my short strikes on both. Roku has time, but NVIDIA doesn't yet. So yeah, just be careful. Just be careful with NVIDIA today. I mean, the one thing with NVIDIA is, it's highly publicized. Once it starts popping up on people's scanners, I'm not trying to scare you or anything, but when stocks start popping up on scanners like Shop did the other day after earnings, it was crazy liquidity in there and how much it moved. So. Now, for Shop, it did move to the downside on Shop a little bit after earnings. So hopefully you have a chart like this where it pops up and then fades today, so that way you can bring that call spread in. Otherwise, what you can do is close the put spread or leave the put spread expire and then roll the call spread. But then you're going to be open to more risk. So it depends on what you want to do. If you're near break even, you don't want to risk it out. For me, I would just close it and say it was a good try. We'll try again. It's better to try with your capital than it is with taking a loss. You know what I mean? CGC reported earnings. They lost 35 cents per share. I don't know if we can pull this up here. Here we go. To cut more costs after smaller than expected loss here. Let's go to the Canadian pot producer kept a tight lid on costs amid growing investor pressure. So I don't know. Does anyone here trade weed stocks? I've traded. The only stock that I really like to trade is CGC, and I've mostly been on the short side. I haven't traded it. In maybe like a month, but maybe we'll get back into that. So right now, let's see what they're up right now. But let's see here. Last year, major shareholder Constellation Brands finance head David Klein took the helm. Okay. To pacify investors. I like how they say to pacify these guys. To pacify investors impatient for profits, Canopy and its rivals started the year by announcing a wide range of cost reductions. Last week, Aurora cut 500 jobs and took a write-down as much as 1 billion Canadian, or 754 million. Tilray cut 10%. So it looks like they're just cutting costs. They had a smaller than expected loss, so we'll see. It says Canopy said its total operating expenses decreased 14% from the second quarter. So looks like they're just trying to streamline the business a little bit, which is good. You know, cost cutting and streamlining is good for any business. You know, you don't want to have bloat just wasting around. That's why I like, you know, Silicon Valley with their free lobster lunches is a little crazy, but but yeah, CGC I've been trading. I've been shorting around the 22 mark, and now I actually do already have an alert here for 26 that I set up to see if it was going to break this, because I was seeing if I wanted to go long here. So that's why it's important to have your alerts, because you can't watch everything at all time. But if you do the research and you do the work, make notes on the chart. So I did the work already, looking for 26. Right now it's at 24. So still not really in my long zone right here to kind of break the trend here. It's at 24, so we'll see what happens. I'm not looking to short it right now. Obviously, wheat stocks have been a great short all of 2019. Going into 2020, they've been relatively flat this year. But you got to if they start turning around, might be good. Yeah, then hopefully Ivy crush. I hate when they don't like crush IV right at open. Sometimes they wait like 30 minutes and then they crush IV, bleed people out. You know, the stock market for like us retail traders, there's a lot of things that are against us, and we just have to do our best to minimize risk. But yeah, I mean, CGC before earnings was not looking good. I mean, it was looking like it was going to dip down to 13. I mean, last earnings, you know, it was sitting right at 19, dipped down to 13 as well, and it came back up, and it's pretty much been sitting between 19. I've been shorting like 22 area, and that's been working out, but I haven't traded it. What do you think about Microsoft? They had the Pentagon contract pause. Mason, what's the expected move on the stock? So let me show you right here. So if you go to any platform, I'll show you in Tastyworks too. And if you're looking at the options chain, right to the right here, there's a plus and minus button, plus and minus, and if you hover over, it says implied volatility. So this says plus minus $1.95. That means that the options are pricing in an expected move to the upside or to the downside of $1.95. And if you go to Tastyworks, actually, I can show you Tastyworks. I'll go over my trade here in a second on S&Ps. I took some profits this morning. If you go to Tastyworks, we'll pull up CGC just to keep it the same. If you go to Tastyworks, it'll show here. Tastyworks hasn't updated the implied volatility yet. It's still from yesterday, so it's saying $4.33. If you click on it, the nice thing about Tastyworks is that it does put this orange bar on here for the visual, so it definitely helps me. Instead of having to do the math in your head all the time, especially when you're on the fly, you know, for plus or minus $5, $20, whatever. And it's not hard math, but when you're on the go, it makes it difficult. But the one thing nice about Tastyworks is it uses this orange bar to show you where the expected move is. So if you wanted to be outside the expected move, let's say you want to do like an iron condor, and like you want to be right outside the expected move, you would kind of price it like that. Well, the 24 calls on CGC. Let me see if this is right. The 24 calls on CGC were only 10 cents yesterday. And all those Robinhood traders are going to be posting screenshots like crazy. I mean, the 22 calls were 24 cents. You know, and that's the thing. Like you got to be careful not to gamble too much, because things like that happen. That's at 23. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, there's gonna be a lot of screenshots. Hopefully, people take profits at open. What happens a lot of times is people that win like that, they're like, "Oh, I'm up 1,000%. What should I do? Should I sell?" And then it goes against them and they lose. So take your profits. You're up 500,000%. Take your profits. You're up 400%. Take your profits. No reason to be reckless. Take the profits, and if you want to re-enter again, re-enter after the premium crush. I mean, it's cool, you know. But yeah, Microsoft, they got their contract paused. Microsoft got their contract paused because Amazon got involved because they got the JEDI contract to the Pentagon for $10 billion, and they're saying that because Trump doesn't like Amazon, it went to Microsoft, and they're saying that there was some illegal play there. So we don't know. You know, it sounds to me, it sounds personal. You know, but Amazon lost the contract to Microsoft, and we know that Trump is definitely not a supporter of Jeff Bezos or Amazon. Not saying that who knows, the power at be, but they're thinking that there was some sort of foul play in mind. So they're trying to get the contract. Of course, I mean, $10 billion at stake. Who wouldn't want the contract? But it's gonna screw everyone up. Yo, Rob, what's going on? Yeah, I mean, I don't think Microsoft is going to lose it, but it's causing a problem. On the flip side, so yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind playing Microsoft a little short here. The one thing is Microsoft is finally running, so we got to be careful. I mean, this market is just incredible. Amazon, if you're looking at Amazon, it's almost 2,200 now after earnings. I mean, had a crazy rip. I haven't been trading it, but maybe we should, get into some more put spreads on that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I've been really cautious on my trades, and I've really, like this week, I've really only traded. I traded Cisco earnings, and I've pretty much been trading S&P futures, and other than that, I've been trying to stay out of like kind of the drama of the stock market because sometimes it gets a little much. Yo, Rodney, what's going on? If you're here right now, say word up. Hit the like button. I'd appreciate it, guys. Kelly, look what cron options were yesterday. I don't know. Cron. So all the weed stocks are gonna be running today. Just be careful. This pop may be short-lived. Yeah, 7.5 or 2 cents. It's what, 7.46 right now, and it's 7.62. That's crazy. Hey, Michelle, what's going on? Started the day off right, cleaned the house, got some ready for the market with some new funds in the Tasty Word cash account. So to go over my trade real quick this morning, I actually I'm up 135 and realized I was actually show you here. So I was short I had 3 of the short call spreads, the 33.80 calls, and I was long 33.85. I put it down for 280, and I bought it back for $1.90, so we made 120. I did have a losing trade though where I lost $50, so I did recover. So I'm actually only up $80 because I did roll the trade up. Because what happened yesterday on the S&Ps is I was playing the weakness here, and it dipped down. I was playing the weakness. Let's see, when was it? So I was shorting down in here, and it came down a little bit, and then it ripped up. So what I did was I closed that, and I rolled up to the 33.80 calls, and it was it was getting a little squeezy. So this morning, it was expiring today. Max profit was like 400, so we made it was like 420 or something like that. We made 135 out of the 400, so I'm definitely happy with that. Got this nice drop here at right in here. I was about break even. I put that call spread on when it was like 33.83, so I was about break even pretty much most of the night. It was just hanging out, and then it dropped down. It's probably going to drop. It looks like it wants to drop lower, but once market opens, I don't know. A lot of times what they've been doing when charts like this has been going lower, lower, lower. They've been shooting it straight up right at market open. So I didn't want to take a chance. I wanted to end Friday green. I wanted to take it easy. I do have to take my wife to the doc, so I don't have a lot of time to be messing around with managing day of expiration trades. So, I'm definitely happy with it. We made just about, I think about 30% on that. So not terrible, but it does look. But time and time again, I've noticed that like trading futures, I've been getting a lot more into futures options just because I've been taking a little bit break from the actual just companies or just the like the Netflixes and the Rokus and the Microsofts and all that. Just been kind of taking a break from that and just been trying to trade the market overall. And so far it's been going pretty well. Yeah, Expedia, they did have earnings as well. So this is at 124 right now. So we'll see what happens if it tries to gap fill or if it's going to fade this. So yeah, I agree, Kelly. I do agree with looking at the fade. I definitely agree. As for the overall market, I mean, we are just going ballistic. We're touching all-time highs every day. So the question is, when are we going to get a slowdown? So that's why I've been also kind of transitioning more into selling premium, because if we do get a slowdown, those options are going to get killed. One thing that I do want to say is yesterday we hit our first 1 million views on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. I mean, for the support. I can't even imagine. I never imagined when doing YouTube that I would actually ever hit 1 million of anything on here, and we hit 1 million views. For a financial channel, being smaller in this space, it's pretty incredible. I mean, 1 million views is not a lot for most people on YouTube, but I feel like in the financial space, there's very few that do make it to that 1 million. So thank you guys so much. Definitely appreciate you, and for hanging out with us in the Discord and all you guys do. Thank you so much. What do I think of space? I haven't really gotten into it because I know that a lot of people trade it. I just don't do well on charts that just go straight up like this. And I don't really know. I guess what I need to do if I'm interested in it, I need to research the company, research their lines of business, see where they're making money, see where they're losing money, and see if I still want to trade it. And then once you understand the businesses, and that's why like trading Netflix and Apple and all those is usually profitable for me, is because I understand the underlying business. So if you understand the underlying business, you're going to have an easier time trading this. So I haven't dedicated the time to look into what Space is doing. Virgin Galactic, I know that they're building trains or doing some crazy stuff, and it's the next thing, but we'll see. When people get too excited, we're called us versus herd for a reason. When people get too excited, it kind of turns me off a little bit, because if everyone's in the same trade, it's only a matter of time, right? Oh, also Tesla's pricing their stock offering at 767, so we're gonna get a little bit of a drop here. We'll see what happens, but it's right now at 782. So they're pricing their offering at 767. Right now it's at 782. So I'd expect some pullback to maybe 750, 760 area. Might be good on that. So we got like 7 minutes to market open here. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to be taking it easy today. There's some stuff going on. We had some reports here. Let me see if I had. U.S. consumer spending rose modestly. So same-store sales fell the most by 2009. Retail in general has been struggling. So, they're spending their money online and other places. But just so you guys know, retail still junk. If you wanted to know, if we're looking at Macy's still junk. I don't know. Does JCPenney? I know Sears got delisted. No, JCPenney is still on the stock market. It's crazy. It's under $1 a share, so it's only a matter of time till they get delisted. So I don't know how long they can stay under $1 for before they get delisted, but it's not looking good for JCPenney. I think Nordstrom's the only one that's doing well. Nordstrom is recovering this year. They actually also pay a dividend. So Nordstrom, I actually did all my Christmas shopping there. It's great. Yeah, TLT's holding up. So I do expect a little bit of a drop in the market, but just don't know how much. Just don't know how much. I might enter in maybe like another call spread or something. Play it pretty safe. Just take it easy, take it slow. But I do think that I was thinking that it's going to come down to like the S&P is down to 3370 or maybe 3360, but right now it's kind of playing with emotions. I'm definitely glad that I closed it out when we had this drop here, because anything can happen at open, of course, you know. Okay, so coronavirus updates. Royal Cruise Lines is also issued. Let's see here. What do they say here? Here we go. Hong Kong pledges 3.2 billion to contain the virus. So Hong Kong is going to be spending some money. There were some reports that Bloomberg put out yesterday that it could impact 2/3 of the world. 2/3 of the world could get infected with coronavirus, but I think they're just kind of spreading some propaganda. I don't know. I mean, that's just some computer model that's doing the math for you. Royal Cruise Lines, they're going to be struggling on this because they did suspend. They said that their they lower guidance and it's going to be down for this year due to coronavirus. So, also, the 2020 Olympics are supposed to be in Japan, and they said that they're not taking any precautions right now for the coronavirus. So we'll see what happens. Have a great trading day, folks, and a V-Day. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Or never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Anyways, what else here? So we got 3 minutes to market open. Oh, Facebook opened a Pinterest competitor called Hobby, and that made Pinterest go down. Where is it? So let's see where Pinterest is right now. So Pinterest is down. A little bit here. The new app's called Hobby was released in Colombia, Belgium, Spain, and Ukraine. So it's not here in the U.S., but looks like Facebook is coming for Pinterest right now. So just be aware if you're trading. I know some people here trade Pinterest, so just be aware. Let's try to. All right, so we got 2 minutes here. Let's see what happens here at market open. See what it wants to do. Right now it's holding steady. So any other stocks you guys want to look at real quick before we jump off? Glad my nose is not running this stream. That was embarrassing. Looks like stocks are coming down a little bit. Yo, Reno, what's going on? Good morning. Glad to be trading with you guys and girls. But yeah, watch the weed stocks today. Watch Royal Cruise Lines. We're going to be watching, obviously, the S&Ps. Just going on a street running. What's going on? About to jump off here because the market's about to open. But we're going to get it. Watch Roku. Watch NVDA. Those are the things they're going to be focusing on. All right? So, as always, guys, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.